So the big question is this: how do small businesses like yours, who feel like you're doing all the right things and going to all the right events, reach the federal buyer in a way that helps you win more contracts? That is the question, and this is the place to get your answers. My name is Neil McDonnell. Welcome to the GovCon Chamber of Commerce. Okay, let's get started. My name is Neil McDonnell, and I'm going to show you a tip today on why it's important for you to be reading a lot of these documents that you see me putting out constantly in LinkedIn, in our website right here, on YouTube. I keep putting out strategic documents and plans, reports from previous years, budgets. And today I'm going to show you another one that I just think is so valuable because it helps you learn. And in this case, I'm going to show you what I learned right today. As experienced as I am, I'm still learning. Every day we all learn. And so I want to show you a tip on tracking what the government puts out. In this case, it's going to be NAVWAR, which is a Navy Major Buying Command or System Command. And inside of here, this is the Navy or NAVWAR's e-commerce site. Basically in here is the first place they put opportunities that are coming out related to NAVWAR commands. So you can see over on the right-hand side, I've done a whole video on this. I don't want to go too far onto it, but on the left-hand side, you'll see special notices, market survey, et cetera. Well, I was here today looking for a particular opportunity, and I came across this document, and I just started reading through. It's an opportunity that a customer had been interested in, and then it went away. And I was just doing a little back research for them to let them know why it went away. So the point is, you can start reading down here, and this document gives me a lot of good information about this program office that's in here, and the folks that are in there working, their mission, what type of solutions are in there. So if I want to pursue it in future years, a lot of information in here, and hopefully you know that, right? But what I'm really looking for is, well, why did you set this aside? And then I got a bonus activity out of it. So when I came down here, I'm looking at the demonstration of the contractor's unique qualities. And first thing they said was they don't have a reasonable expectation that two SDVOs would be in there responding. And I'm like, come on, that's not really the case. You know, it's easy to get another SDVO. But then as I read more, I'm seeing the value of what they have, right? Is, here they're just trying to say we did what we did. But it's when I start coming down, and then I start seeing the CSG company is the only one capable of providing this. And then the part that's right here, without unacceptable delay or risk. So that must be really important to the customer for them to be pushing this justification. So CSG must be doing a great job. And I come a little farther down, and I see that right here, the CSG staff have worked on this since inception. And so that's it makes sense. I've done this myself in the past, where if you can demonstrate the value to the government of keeping you, then it's spot on. You're able to keep that work, and they don't have to worry about excess costs from switching the vendor. So anyways, I'm like, all right, I get to this point. I'm like, okay, so it makes sense on why they're doing justification. Kudos to CSG communicating that to the government in a way that helps them get this sole source. I think sole source to small businesses is fine when there's a justification like this. This is spot on. So then coming down further, because I never stop, I just keep reading all the pages. I'm looking down, and they're talking about the transition, which all makes sense. But the part that I liked most, where did I see it here? It's right here, description of market research. And the reason I stopped and said, I got to record a video on this so you see what I'm talking about. They said that on October 7th, they went into DSBS. That is the #1 market research tool out there. And here they're telling me something I didn't even know, right, about this opportunity. How did they search for it? And so first off, they were looking for a company in Virginia, which is, I believe, not totally fair for the government to do that, since we all can now serve pretty much globally, certainly CONUS. And so they said they're looking for somebody who's got that NAICS code in that state, who's an SDVOSB. And then this is the part that is really important to me. They did independent searches for two key phrases. First, they looked for readiness reporting. And the second thing they looked for was global force. Now, global force to me means that's kind of a really loaded one, but that's fine. I'm not here to fight the government and how they do things. I'm here to learn, and I want to teach you, how does the government do things and play the game their way. If all you do is whine about it, then you're never really going to get any business, right? But if you learn from it, here the government is giving me some key words. So I can go back to this particular company, not CSG, but this company that got me into this document. And I can say, hey, you know what? Let's take a look at your profile to see if your capability narrative, your special character or special equipment field, and your keywords, if any one of them have these words in there. And readiness reporting is pretty standard one for the company I know I'm talking to. So anyways, then I look down here and I can see that they're saying that they were looking for an 8A to be able to make sure they couldn't protest it, right? So no 8As were there. And they were looking for SDVOs. They also talked about how previously they had done an RFI, but anyways, I don't want to overdo this on the video. You see my point, right? Whenever you get a chance to read. It took me 5 minutes or less to get down to this page. I quickly realized I wasn't going to win on CSG's merits. They're a very good company. And then I get down to bullet 8 and I'm like, okay, I'm missing some keywords. Let me beef up my DSBS profile. So anyways, I hope you found this tip valuable. I sure did when I saw it and I came up with it. So it's perfect. And if you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up so other people can find it. If you'd like to connect with me personally, please do so on LinkedIn. I share content down there constantly. And lately I'm back to my dropping strategic documents, which I think you'll find very valuable from government agencies. We often do free training webinars and interview federal buyers. Sign up for the GovCon Chamber's email list to be notified about these opportunities right here at govconchamber.com. And then finally, please consider becoming a sustaining member of the GovCon Chamber of Commerce. Help us keep bringing you great content like this for $1 a day. I'm Neil McDonnell, wishing you great success.